And action. Hi, this is Laurie.
This is Peter.
Coming to you from a very rainy, wet Southern California as we endure tropical storm Hillary. Formerly Hurricane Hillary. So, what better thing to do than watch movies and do reviews?
Yeah,
when you're rained in.
We get to have earthquakes and hurricanes now.
Earthquakes and hurricanes now. It's special something. So we're going to do a throwback review. A couple weeks ago, we were watching No Country for Old Men, I think.
Yes,
and
that was fun.
Somehow we had come up. You hadn't seen the Hateful Eight either.
No Hateful Eight.
Okay, especially because we tend to like Tarantino movies.
Yes.
So so we threw that on. We had one night where we threw that on, and the Hateful Eight. Quentin Tarantino.
I had a bunch of fun.
Yeah, had a bunch of fun. Yeah, I liked this movie too. It was very controversial when it came out. It was like it didn't get a lot of critical acclaim.
Yes. And I can understand why.
Okay, so you liked it. What you like about Hateful Eight?
Is that everybody had a reason to hate each other.
Yeah. They were the Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did, each one of them did things that was not not very likable or very,
I'm the lighting
just very
and the camera
nice.
And everything person here. So, yeah. I mean, there was the controversy about the movie. Of course, Tarantino likes to use the N-word quite a bit in his films.
And I'm all right with that.
You're all right. And it tends to not bother me either. And I guess I can understand it in this movie. Here I go, I'm adjusting stuff as we record again. I went the other way. Anyway, I can, so there was that, and there's also the issue, there's the female characters into this, because there's one main female character among the Hateful Eight. The rest of them are guys. And her treatment in the movie. Because she gets beat upon pretty badly.
Yes, but, and not to say, because God forbid I don't want to hit women.
You don't even like watching fight scenes where a woman get hit.
No.
In the movie.
No.
Yeah.
But the way Quentin Tarantino weaved this in, it was exactly right.
You were okay with it. It didn't bother. And I have to say, I felt the same way kind of about the movie. I've been listening to podcasts from back when this came out in 2015, 2016. There was a lot of was Black Lives Matter thing going on there back then? But there was some controversy about it, and people were saying, well, this is his racial commentary on race issues or something like that. I really don't see this movie as that.
No.
It's pretty much the same race issues he puts in most of his movies. If there are black characters, I don't think he's trying to deep dive into those issues.
No.
He's just kind of...
Well, you know what? He's always, at least through his pictures, seemed to be...
My lighting is an issue.
Very, very much, it is exactly the right amount of anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the thing of hitting women.
Right.
And when she did get hit, I was like, boy, that guy's an asshole. But she deserved it.
The movie is called, and this is my point with this movie, why I don't have a problem with it like some other people did, some of the controversy is like, it's the Hateful Eight. They're all horrible.
Yes.
And she in particular, right off the bat, she's just despicable.
Right off the bat.
She's a disgusting, despicable person. And it's interesting because, she's Michael Douglas. I was going to Kurt Russell, the other. I used to mix those two up.
Yeah.
His character is taking her in. He's a bounty hunter. He's taking her in for her bounty so she can be hanged. And so you never even learned what she did. She's a member of the gang that her brother runs.
Yes.
So she runs with the outlaws.
But I knew she was an asshole, too.
I mean, you don't even know what she did, and this is probably a credit to Jennifer Jason Leigh, whose performance was highly praised. I mean, yeah, she comes across as just horrible. And you don't even know what she just.
Yes, but you know what? In his movies,
that's a horrible person. The character's a horrible person. Not her
everybody is equal opportunity.
Yeah.
There's no favoritism.
No, right.
If you're bad and you're white, you're bad.
Right.
Not because you're white. You're bad.
You're a bad person. It doesn't matter.
You're a bad person.
Right.
If you were black. And you were
you're
bad.
A bad person. You're black.
You were a bad person.
Right.
It wasn't because of your color. Just like with her, she's not bad. She's not a woman getting beat upon. She's a bad person getting beat upon.
But nobody else. There's a lot of bad people, and nobody gets beat up as much as she does in this movie.
Well, they don't get the.
That's an interesting little chime
quick
from my phone.
The quick slap to the face or something like that.
Earthquake nearby. What the hell is going on? Holy
I told you we get to have it all now.
About 60 miles away. Oh, there he goes. Did you feel that?
No.
I just felt a shake.
Oh.
Oh my God. That was weird.
Maybe I've just gone through too many of them. Now
it's about time while we're filming one of these we got an earthquake.
Yeah. I didn't think we could have an earthquake and rain at the same time because it's
usually there's like something involved with like
muddy.
The heat,
Well, no, it's too muddy.
It's too muddy to afford.
They just go, we can't shift now because.
Oh man. Wow. Oh my
everything is all greased up.
It's lubricated.
Yeah, so
it should be smooth. And anyway, so and yeah, getting back to this, his characters, they're all. I mean, I think back to like Pulp Fiction, and he has a role. Tarantino is one of the went back when he would appear in these movies, and he occasionally does, but thankfully he got out of the acting game. But he says the N-word all the time, but his character's an asshole. You kind of like, well, I kind of expect that if the guy's an asshole, then...
Yeah, but even when he used the N-word, it was inserted right where it would be inserted by anybody. It was just right there. I look at it as if he was saying, do I look like somebody that just lets assholes come up to my driveway?
Okay. It just seems that it fits. Well, it fits with the dialogue. My point is, it fits with the dialogue and the personality of the character delivering it. So, and they're not supposed to be likable, wonderful people. They're just kind of that's who they are. And this is the language
because there's a certain written document, and it's all of this, it's all of that, and then all of a sudden it's well.
I'm not sure what you're referring to on that.
In
this movie, or
yes,
okay.
One of
the Lincoln letter.
Yeah.
They talk about, but I mean, I would expect at that time period for those characters to say those words to these certain people.
Yeah.
And like I said, everybody's despicable. Even like some of the nicest, kind of like when they go into Minnie's haberdashery is where the whole thing takes place. And this is I love a movie that takes place in just like one room.
Right.
I love when they can keep that interesting.
Yes.
So that means a lot of dialogue, a lot of character development. You have to do a lot of that.
And the thing is, each one of these characters had a bad side, a good side, and they even had a middle.
So, I don't know. I thought they were just all terrible. Well, I wanted to bring getting back to Minnie's haberdashery. There's a flashback where you see Minnie and some of the other people are there, and she's a black woman, and she seems like the loveliest person. She just seems sweet. She's hospitable. She's inviting everybody in, but if you remember the story that Samuel Jackson's character talks about, tells about, he mentions Minnie and her policy at her place, because the guy, Bob the Mexican is there. It's like, and he talks about Minnie doesn't. There was a sign over the door she had over the door that she doesn't like dogs or Mexicans. Yeah. And she got rid of the sign only a couple years ago because she started liking dogs. And so even Minnie had something despicable about her.
Everybody was like, "What?
Yeah.
Well, why? What happened? What made it different? What did make it different?"
Maybe that's what Tarantino does. It's like like you're saying, it's like everybody has this good. Nobody's purely good. Nobody.
No.
There's their full range. You can have your horrible qualities, your mid-range, okay quality, and your good qualities. And
it was. I just really liked it. Each character was fully developed. They had reason for being in the story, whereas I have seen a lot of stories where if that character wasn't there, everything would be the same.
Nothing would have changed or something like that.
But I really like his movies, and I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah. I enjoyed this one. I tend to enjoy neo-westerns, as you call it. Even though they said the western is dead, it's like, actually, it's not. When they do make a western nowadays, it's usually pretty damn good. I haven't seen too many bad ones, and I'm happy for that because I enjoy the hell out of them. So, any other thoughts? Any other performances-wise? Everybody's.
No, I like the Colonel.
The Colonel.
Yeah.
The Colonel. Which one was the Colonel?
The one that
the General.
General.
General, the former. Yeah, he was a Civil War general for the South.
Yes, and they told the story, and he was a bad guy. Then all of a sudden,
he was horrible. Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, but wait, you did this and you did that."
Oh well.
Then all of a sudden, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden, yeah, he's bad.
Well, everybody they did something terrible, despicable, just either you heard their backstory or not. It was they were the Hateful Eight. They're not kidding.
Yeah, and some of them's backstory didn't come out till later. Some came full blast and 100% in your face. Others took time to get to it. Beautifully written, beautifully acted. Yeah,
and I like I said, I'm starting to think with Tarantino, I don't think there's any deeper meaning really. He just likes, what would be fun? I have these characters stuck in a blizzard in the middle of nowhere, and it's this year it's a western, and what would happen? And it's like, I want to,
Yes.
And these are the things. What would make this interesting and fun and kind of cool in a really despicable way? And let's approach like Tarantino. Also, his violence. His movies are always really violent. And I never have a problem with his violence either, because unlike, you can watch tons of movies where people get shot up, but they're forgotten. It's like you just boom, 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 move on. Whenever somebody gets shot in a Tarantino movie, they're screaming, they're hollering, they're in pain. He lets it's like it's not a pleasant experience. It's not you don't forget that the person was shot. And what's worse is his violence in his movie, where he does show the effects of a gunshot or being, the action happening, or a movie where like 100 people can get shot dead by the hero and you don't think anything about it.
Yes.
He makes you think about the violence.
And it's just like there's violence that is talked about, or that you can tell that this is going to happen, it's going to happen bad and stuff like this, but he never has to show it. Like those two blowtorches, Guys.
Okay, we're talking
Bring
about
it.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No.
Oh, which one?
That was Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Okay, it's been a while. It's been a while since I watched Pulp Fiction.
They're gonna bring some blowtorches and.
Oh my goodness. So. Oh my god.
So,
anyway, but yeah, I tend to enjoy Tarantino movies. I know there's probably reasons why I shouldn't. I don't want to be a Tarantino apologist, but he makes entertaining movies.
He does.
And and this was one of them. This is one I really liked. I've heard, it, like I said, I remember when it came out, it didn't really have a whole lot of buzz compared to his other movies, and it's not as good as his other stuff or anything, and they say the N-word, and it's like, that's a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, but you know what? Nothing's going to be as good as one other film that you do happen to like. That's the reason. That's the reason there's a 1 through 10, or in his fact, a 1 through 9.
Yeah, well, you like what you like, and I like westerns, and I like this one. So.
And my ninth best Tarantino movie might be another person's first best.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
But we liked it.
We liked it. So, any final thoughts on the Hateful Eight?
It took me too long to see it.
It took you too long to see it. Yeah, you should have seen this one a while back. But fun, violent, despicable movie for when you're in the mood for that type of stuff. So we
Go see it.
Well, check it out. It's on streaming now. If you've seen it, let us know your thoughts in the comments. What you think about the Hateful Eight. Enlighten us if we should have different attitudes towards his use of certain elements in his films, because they entertain me in a way maybe they shouldn't, but they do. Anyway, all right, we out.